Yeah, it really makes you sound like a badass there, didn't it?
Something
Oh,
to do.
how's it going? JD here, 701 Nation, episode 32. I am back. Clay and I are going to be alternating every Wednesday night here. Clay will be on back next Wednesday. And the 10th, 15th, I'll be back with Ariel Dietrich from Shadow ID out of Watford City. Female, teaches female instruction at the range, stuff like that. Firearm safety, firearm instruction. And on the 29th, I'll be back. Scott Bachmeyer is going to join me from Dakota Prairie Outdoors. We're going to have a little preseason deer hunting show there. So should be fun. But tonight, we got Mr. Ryan Rafferty from Boom Country Hydrographix out in Dickinson. Ryan, how you doing tonight?
Good evening. I'm doing great. Nice to be here. Listened to you guys for a long time now, and been meaning to get up and shoot with you. Unfortunately, the weather and everything else, we kind of missed a couple of times in my work schedule, but we'll get there.
Awesome. Well, I got some news about that coming up here, which we'll talk about shortly. But yeah, you know what? Clay usually does the Second Amendment. I'll just do it. I'm throwing it up here. Well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Love that, Ryan, and I know you do too. It's what do you got in your poster bag? You got some ARs back there. What do you think of my new logo, by the way, back there?
I like the new logo.
Yeah.
We're working on a new one too. My buddy designed it, and I've got the guys getting the stickers ready now and the hats and everything. So we're going to have some merch for our high-end customers that we're going to get to them.
Awesome.
Because I have some guys that have taken care of me, and I want to make sure they're taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So
understandable. Yeah, I got to give them a shout out. Gals at the UPS store up north here in Bismarck, store 6555. Made that baby for me. Did a damn good job on it, I thought, too. Pretty reasonable. Usually have Rick down in Bismarck here at Signs of Wonders do it, but these guys have got it. I had the logo, and I see them all. You know, I try to spread the wealth a little bit. You know, I mean, we got our main people we do our decals with and stuff, but, you know, get to know people and you want to help them out and gave them. They said they didn't do this too often. I mean, they got a big machine to do it, right? But they were new at doing it. So, man, they did a great job on it. So I appreciate that. We got get some of these comments here. Justin Latinsky, good evening, guys. Good evening, Justin. How you doing, buddy? Good to have you on here. Let's see here. Who else we got? We got 18 wheels, a dozen six shooters. Greetings, buddy. Greetings, y'all. Glad you're on tonight. And you'll be glad to know I'm not drinking Coors Light right now. Captain Morgan and 7-Up, he always gives me a bad time about drinking.
My buddy James from out in Wisconsin, I believe he's out there right now.
Awesome. Hey, James, thanks for clicking in, buddy. Appreciate it. One Shot Cap. Good evening, 701 Nation. Good evening, buddy. Brian Warner, he's out there in Dickinson, my fellow MVE. Love it. Waylon Turner, he's at O'Brien's playing pool. That's dedication, Waylon. I owe you a couple beers because if you're playing pool and you're still clicked in, that's awesome, man. I love it. Lynette Billman, great background. Thanks, Lynette. I'll show that again right there. I got it. Right. Yeah.
It is sharp looking.
Yeah. It's really good. I thought I did a great job. I am having people, if they ever want, I'm having some caps made with that logo and a t-shirt, and I got a couple can koozies. I'm not going to do the whole merchandise thing like Clay and I do with guns. And everybody wants merch, man. Then you get it made, but you don't seem to sell a whole lot of it. But Scott Bachmeyer told me that a while ago. But
we're not going to do a ton of merch on our side. We're going to do one for our good customers, and if a few people want them, it'll be a 2-order basis.
Yep, good. I was just going to say, I think Clay and I kind of talked about like if people want it, we'll wait till we get 3 or 4 and then get it done that way. So, but you know, we'll see. So before we get into it, real quick, talk to Axe where you're talking about missing a shooting challenge. So, second annual, we're going to call it the second annual Deer Rifle Steel Challenge out at Axe's place. Coordinating with them. October 25th, that's this last Saturday, I believe, in October here. We're planning probably 10:30, 11. We're going to start it off. Not just like we did it the year before, but I think we're going to start out at 300 this year and then go to 4, and whoever just low elimination, right? And if somebody's, oh God, I can't make that one. I'm sorry, but if you can't make it, it's so hard to get people to coordinate shit anymore, right, Ryan?
And I think I am on call and I am working that day, but I'll see what I can do.
You might get sick that day, and
I might be able to have somebody cover for it.
We'll put a mask on you like Scooby-Doo, and you can be like Roger from Florida.
With my beautiful build, everybody will know it's me anyway.
Well, hey, the way AI is now, we can just throw like a Schwarzenegger body on yourself.
Right?
I might do that to myself, actually. That sounds like a great idea. All right, so let's get into it, Ryan. Why don't you tell everybody, my buddy Ryan here, Ryan Rafferty from Boom Country Hydrographix in Dickinson. Ryan, give us a little background on you and your company here.
Okay, so I've been in business approximately 8 to 10 years. It's went through a few different phases. It started with a multitude of custom coatings. I have dropped it down to Cerakote, gun coat, and any of the rifle coatings. We'll do custom bows, custom guns, that kind of stuff. We don't.
Oh, so you coat bows even? I don't mean to interrupt you, but you do coatings on bows?
Yeah, I'll rip them down. I can re-Cerakote the limbs, the cams, the risers.
Awesome.
Through my second job, we can find you custom strings to match. If you have your own personal place you want them from, that's fine. But yeah, that's awesome, man. So what do you think's better, Cerakote or Duracoat? I mean, you do both of those, right? Yes, I do both, and I've had both coatings on for several years. Done correctly, they both stand up very well. The one good thing about KG gun coat is if it does get scratched, I can go in and touch it up without having to redo the whole damn thing.
Awesome. That's awesome, man.
I get a Cerakote one that gets banged up. It's a redo.
Yep. I you know what I like Cerakote on ARs for the main reason I like that is because if they got any wiggle, you put that Cerakote on, that sucker is almost like, some of them you really, I like that. I actually did, you remember the Duracoat in the can? I don't even know if they do that. I mean, I did a few guns.
I don't touch it, but they do. Yeah, I spray everything out of a gun.
Yep.
So
I'm not a pro by any means. I mean,
for an average everyday person, it's great. But
yeah. I cleaned it up real good, and it's actually more durable on there than I thought it would be. I mean, you get some wear marks like Cerakote. I think will last a little better rubbing, but I mean, I did some guns for myself, and my friends, and in fact, my buddy bought a gun. But I mean, you can see where it's wore off on the stock a little bit. But.
Right, and I have one gun that was Cerakoted when I first started. Okay, I wanted to test this stuff, so I ordered it in, and I didn't have my ovens yet. I didn't have everything ready to rock and roll, but I had a paint light because I was helping a buddy do some custom paint work, and we needed a paint light, so I bought one, and I set it under the paint light, and I'm like, well, this ain't curing it to the correct temperatures, but I want to see what happens, and I did it in his garage just for giggles, and that gun has lasted. I've got a few scratches on it, but it's been through. It goes on the wheeler. It goes. It doesn't. It gets banged around. It gets kicked around. It is not the play toy, but it's my 223, and it was my main prairie dog hunting gun for 6 years. So it just gets beat on the prairie, and it got left outside on the 4-wheeler overnight. I don't take care of it. I use it.
So like Cerakote, right? I mean, that pretty much waterproofs something when you coat it with that, right?
Yeah. The only thing I would have had to worry about is the optics, but then if it wasn't getting real cold at night and doing the humidity thing, I left it on the 4-wheeler overnight even at my place.
You're a 223 all-around gun guy too? Is that's your all-around every day?
This year for prairie dogs, I'm a big prairie dog and coyote hunter.
Yep.
And so far, that's all I've shot all summer. I'm coming off a bad injury, and I haven't really had any of my big guns reloaded or anything like that. So I just stuck to 223 all year, and I've had such a blast.
What's your main load for that? You reload or you just buy the factory ammo? What do you do with that?
Well, I got a couple of different loads. I do a 53 grain VMAX load.
Nice.
And then I do, which is a little anemic. I got to redo that one. I ended up finding it out of an old book somewhere somehow, and everything's been updated, and I was running it way too anemic. It was so slow, and it was still blowing them up good, but just not like it does when it's loaded properly.
So what are you considering slow then, real quick?
2800.
Okay. All right.
And out of a 18-inch barrel, and it shouldn't have been. It should have been 3,500.
Oh, damn. Yeah. You're
really anemic. But loaded properly, I've got 69 grainers that run on CFE 223, and they run amazing. I might even juice those up a little bit, though. I haven't really played with them. I just found that load out of the books and ran with it, and it just shoots amazing, so I left it.
So not to go down a rabbit hole, but real quick, how much velocity do you think CFE loses between like 80 degrees right now and 0 when it's January?
Oh, I haven't played with that to tell you. I just
Because that's a lot of people's bang on ball powder, right? Is it's not temp stable, and which I've seen it go anywhere between 50 to 90.
And that's probably about right. I would say 100 probably. Feet per second is an average guesstimation. So,
but hear me out on this one. I was just thinking about this the other day. So in the winter, the air's less dense and it doesn't knock your bullets down as much. So if the air is less dense, but you're going slower, the
compensation should be there.
It should compensate it, right? Right.
I've run a 6.5 Grendel for a lot of years until I switched to my sponsor's barrel the last couple of years, and they switched me to a 6.5 Creedmoor, so I'll be running that for coyotes this year. And they wanted to test it with light bullets out of an AR, and they haven't done any testing other than 140s. And I said, I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
So 95 grain VMAXs, and the CFE ran fine in my Grendel all year down to 32 below. So
CFE definitely does boost the velocity when I've tried it, and it's pretty clean, I thought too. I love ball powders. I mean, if I shot competition or something where I just needed a bug hole or I was shooting really far, I probably would I'd go with stick. Like, I don't know, does people use XBR anymore? 8208?
If you can get it.
It's really hard to get. Okay. Vargas still the main big dog for
mask the mema. Why they that was hard to get.
I used to love that, but because it was a smaller extruded stick, but it was dirtier in my cans. I didn't like that. But so let me get to a few comments here, Ryan. Well, Lynette says we're Dougie's wife here. We're doing it's hard to pick a date before it works for everyone. That's true. Leon Francis, Blackbeard, who's on every Friday night with us now. I believe episode 4 coming up Friday night at 6 p.m. Central. What I miss, fellas? Ryan's just talking about his company a little bit here, Leon. We're not done talking about that yet. Josh Patterson, what's up, fellas? Just got home from work. Just talking some guns right now, Josh. It should be a good show here. One Shot says, you wear out coding. That's a good thing. I agree, man. You're using your gun. You're carrying it with you. I agree.
Me too. I can always help you fix it.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. 18 Wheels says about 100 feet per second. These figures that we were talking about.
Agreed.
What I've read on CFE, and I haven't used it a lot, is that it is more sensitive than like W748 or TAC.
For varminting, it's one of my main powders.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, if you're doing varmints, you've got to use ball, in my opinion, just because there's such a volume of shooting. 18 Wheel says uses a Magnum primer with ball powder, helps with ignition and velocity in cold weather. Yeah, I think Clay does the same thing, actually.
I know several guys that do that.
Yep. Eric Glaser. Good evening, fellas. Good evening, Eric. Eric's a fellow big fur hunter there. Boom.
Yep.
So okay. So like, if you're gonna do, you're out in Dickinson, right? Is that where you live, in Dickinson or rural?
Yep.
Okay. So
live in Dickinson.
Okay. What? So like, if somebody just brings in a stock and says, "Hey, I just want you to just coat this stock like a flat one color, like say I want an FDE, or what do you charge for that? Or if somebody says, yeah, I want like a multicam on it, what's your difference in?
So multicams will depend on the pattern and the amount of colors.
Just say 3.
Okay, so a 3 color for just a stock. If we're doing a hard stock, no AR stuff. No,
yeah, just a synth. Yeah, like a.
Then MC3 stock, for example, we'll just do a hard MC3 stock. That is $190 for one color.
Okay.
And then I go up from there, $50 for each extra color, and then $50 for a pattern.
Okay.
That's usually how that ends. So
what's your, in general, I'm not saying it, but what's your turnaround time? Like if somebody brought it in 3 weeks? Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm a little behind on some stuff because I did break my leg. So my buddy James has been waiting patiently, and he will get taken care of. I've been holding him off the last couple of weeks, just teasing him now. So I'm getting kind of mean, but I got to get his stuff to him. But everybody else has been sitting at 3 weeks right now.
Okay. And you do like laser engraving on stuff too, right? You said
I have a laser engraver. I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm just learning it, so I'm not selling it to anyone yet, if you will. But I'm doing a rushed project coming through for an upcoming raffle that so we'll see if it turns out for them to have it on theirs or if I have to go stickers from them to do it, but I'm hoping I can have it ready and have it done to where at least I can get it on the mags for them.
Yep. Awesome. So in case you're just joining us and missed it, we got Ryan Rafferty here from Boom Country Hydrographix out in Dickinson. Just talking about what he does as business. We were talking about a little shooting. I mean, we're going to get into talking some of that. Coming up on the rest of the show, just in case you're wondering, Fiocchi SBR Hyperformance Enhanced Ammo coming up. If you run a short barrel, I'm talking like what they say, Ryan, between 7.5 and 11-inch barrels. This stuff has some amazing.
For 125 308, they were talking 3,200 feet per second.
Yeah, that's unbelievable to me. That is unbelievable to me. Even if it gets close to that, I'm impressed. And Governor Walz over there, our buddy in Minnesota, he's floating the idea of a constitutional amendment over there to ban assault rifles, right? And then we're gonna have the happy ending chronicle. We got a few other things. We'll talk about the steel challenge again, but yeah, just letting everybody know about that. But yeah, Ryan, back to what Brian Warner says here. You break something every year, don't you, Ryan?
Well, I'm pretty close at this point for the last couple. I've been laid up with the same injury for the last year and a half now. So since the last week of May of 24. I broke my leg completely off. I was hanging by tendons and skin.
Oh, God.
They patched me back together. So,
man, at least you didn't lose it.
I'm fighting a sciatic right now. That side's good. I'm just fighting a sciatic on the right side now.
Mm-hmm. Your buddy says drop some pics. Well, we didn't get any loaded up here, but you got some pics on your website, or you got a website, or are you just socials? Or
I've got socials. I'm on Instagram. I'm also on YouTube. There'll be more stuff coming out on that. I'm just starting to put my cameras up while I work, getting everything ready to go. So I got a couple snow camo jobs up. I do have some video of James' rifle, but I got to get a few things ready first before I want to send his out because I'm putting a custom grip on his from another sponsor of ours.
You got an AR then?
He's got a chassis that I'm sending out to him.
Chassis.
Yep. And now I've got another YouTuber I'm doing a chassis for, and I'm really actually pretty busy. I've got 2 snow camo jobs to do yet. So
Brian says you're a permanent walking boot.
Not no more. I'm out of that thing.
Awesome, man. Yeah, my kid was in one for a little, nothing like yours was. I mean, she.
Well, I guess if he's talking the titanium that's going to stay with me, I probably am.
Well, if stuff gets bad, you can always cut it out of there and then make a bullet out of it or something.
Right?
Yeah.
I told the wife I was worth more in scrap, but I found out the other day I'm not. I looked up the titanium prices. They ain't very good.
Your buddy Chad says, Brian, it seems like he does. Snap something off every year.
Yeah, Chad, yeah. Don't let him do it.
All right, I tell you what, we're coming up on just about an 8:20. I don't have any commercials loaded up here, so you're going to have to bear with me a little bit when I do this. We don't have one we're going to do our main sponsor second, but I got to get our big, like I call them our big eggplant sponsor. You know what that means, Boom?
I do.
The eggplant. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get to that. We're going to do that. And I'm going to have to cut it off because these aren't separate. I apologize to our sponsors and everybody listening or watching how this is going to go with these, but I'm going to do. Okay, I see we got our main one. I can do our main one on this.
Well, you're back. That's why.
We'll be right back. JD here, 701Nation, our guest, Ryan Rafferty from Boom Country Hydrographix. We'll be right back shortly.
Located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. No mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
All right, 701 Nation, we're back. We got our guest Ryan Rafferty, Boom Country Hydrographix out in Dickinson. Ryan, real quick, I gotta do a little brag board here with my nephew and my buddy's boy that came out to our ranch there. Here my nephew here, Devin. That's his buck he got there. 6.5 Creed. That's a Winchester Hell's Canyon. I think he used a 143 ELDX. Got a little back on the first shot, but had a quick follow up. I did a video on that in case anybody wants to check that out. It's up on our Guns in the 701 YouTube channel, and it's on our GAT701 Facebook page. You can check that out, and the link's on our X page too. It'll take you to it. But yeah, he finished it off pretty good. It's a good video. And then last weekend I was on with just called in the Scott Bachmeyer show. My buddy, good friend of mine, John Healy's boy Bryson. He got his doe here. He got her one shot, another 6.5 Creed. In fact, he used mine, another Winchester XPR. He used the Hornet at 129 American Mule Deer is what I call it, not American Whitetail. But yeah, got her good. And then
one.
What's that?
Was that the Friday morning one?
Saturday morning. Yep. When I just called into Scott's, and I will get that video up here in the next couple of days. So, but yeah, the boys loved it. They had a great time. I had a great time. Man, it's, older I get, it's fun. Even when they shoot a doe, I was jacked up about it. It was pretty awesome. I thought it was pretty great, and they loved it. So yeah, just a little bit on I said I'll have that video up, and yeah, it's cool. It's good. Just Scott called me, and we were right in the air, and I'm like, hold on, he's got one in the scope right now here. And took him a little bit to get it dialed in, but when you're younger, it's not like he had a stable platform. And my nephew Devin, he did a nice sneak on it. He proned out with the bipod. Like I said, watch the video. You'll see it. It's pretty good video. I do a lot of editing. My brother-in-law was pretty excited. He had some F-bombs. So if you hear some silent parts in there, it's because I could have just let it go. What's that?
It was pretty good when I watched it this morning.
Yeah, thank you. It was. And if nobody knows, it's like a 6.5 minute video, but man, it takes like an hour and 20 minutes to edit it and do everything to it and cut the parts down and to load it up.
I've done some editing before, and it takes a minute.
Yeah. Man, it's unbelievable what it takes. So, all right, Lynette says, ouch, sorry to hear that. Get better. And Leon Blackbeard, he says, why God made duct tape, brother.
Right?
I mean, I've had a bunch of
I got titanium plates and screws, and if I got duct tape in my bag if I need it.
Yeah, if the titanium gives way, you got that. So, all right, man. So, you were telling me you do like extra long range shooting.
Yes, I'm trying to break into ELR, so I'm trying to get into my full rookie year. I've played a little bit. I haven't dove in yet because of my injury. Working on deciding what gun I'm going with right now. I have a good friend in Kansas and a few guys that I know that are into so there's ELR and then there's your PRS stuff, okay? Yep. PRS stuff's out to 1,500, 1,800, whatever. ELR starts at 1,500 and goes out to 2,500 for light class. 338 and above, or 338 and below, sorry. And then 1,500 to 4,000 for heavy class, and that goes all the way up 50 BMG, shy tax, stuff like that.
So I thought civilians couldn't even own the shy tac.
You can.
Okay, so that's way better than the 50, though. The shy tax.
You might have to have some paperwork for it, but other than that, you're good to go.
Okay. That's way better than the 50, though, right? Or the 50 have different.
I like the shy tac. I like the 416 Barrett. Those are two I'm eyeing, depending on what and who I go with for if I custom make or that. If I am, I'm going to use a guy down in Texas that my buddy uses already to build my light class rifle and possibly my heavy class rifle too, if I don't work a deal with somebody before that.
So what do you go for the extra long? What'd you call it? The heavy class?
Yeah. So
Like
light
what's a
and heavy
barrel
are
like a
the same
26
weekend.
or 30?
Yep. So we'll end up. Or what was your question again? We'll end up at
Like when you're going out to like the 5,000 one with the 408s and the 50s.
Yeah, the 408s, the 416 Barretts, the Shy-Tacs.
Is that so? You're talking like a 30-inch barrel probably, or is it not that long?
Yeah,
28,
you won't be
26?
able to see this one real well. I'll move it over a little bit. That's 28-inch, 29-inch barrel on that bad boy. That's a 338 Edge on the red one right there.
What do you get for velocity with that then?
That I'm running about 2,800 out of that.
Okay. I mean, so your James Buzz DeCloud says, how many grains of powder and bullet for that 37XC?
Well, on that one, it's probably going to be a 300 grain bullet, if not a little more, and it'll be a solid copper. So it's going to not be cheap per pull of trigger, but we only shoot 36 rounds. And I'll have to drive to Kansas once a month to qualify for King of 1 Mile, King of 2 Mile stuff. So it'll be a 14-hour run each direction once a month to play in Kansas if I want to go down to Raton, New Mexico and stuff. There is a couple in South Dakota now. Actually, James was with me at my first one down there. Mm-hmm. That's only 6 hours away. They're going to open one up in Wyoming now, 6 hours away, and I think that's going to qualify as well. So that will be easier for me to get qualified to go down to King of 1 Mile, King of 2 Mile, 1 miles in Texas, 2 miles in Raton.
So I'm curious why they go with the all copper bullet. I mean, is that you can make it more uniformed without any defects in it, like lead or something?
Correct. Yes, okay. That's why it's a solid copper. They're not formed. I think they're actually laid, to be honest with you.
Okay. Oh, really? They laid? Man, that sounds expensive to me.
They're not cheap.
So is it just like a bullet with a boat tail, or has it got a hollow point? Does a hollow point make it more ballistically coefficiently?
It's a complete solid core all the way from tip to back.
Okay, so they make it super ultra pointy then?
Yep.
What's the BC on that, like on that big one you were talking about?
Let me grab that. I'm sorry.
I'm talking like G1, or don't they even do a G1 BC on that?
They will. Yeah, give me just a second.
Because there's a G1. What's the other? I know somebody's probably listening like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? G1, and what's the newer one to me? G1.
G7.
Okay, there you go. But yeah, so that
Cutting Edge is who we get our bullets from.
Where are they from?
I believe they are out in Wyoming.
Okay.
Don't quote me, but I believe so.
Okay.
Cutting Edge is Boise, Idaho. Sorry.
Okay.
And I'm grabbing that right now for you. Their lasers category is, and they make all the way down to the little stuff too. But
that
stuff is.
They're just competition bullets, or they do hunting bullets too?
They do everything.
Okay.
They do have hollow point stuff as well. All the way to the 510, 800 grain. 58. I'm trying to.
So that's what the BC on that 800 is over 50.
Yep.
Damn, that's awesome. And you're going over 2,800 with that, huh?
So they got a 416 bullet right now with a 550 grain tipped hollow point. So they are running hollow points now on these guys.
Okay.
And that is no lead, Swiss style lathe made on. And it's not giving the BC out of this one right off the top, but I will have to dig that up for you.
It's so high, they'd probably have to ban it. The ATF probably wouldn't like it. I'm joking.
Hold on. Okay, so the G7 is 519.
So the G7
is 3.
Okay. So that's right. That's freaking crazy. I love that kind of. So what's the highest BC bullet that you know of?
Oh, that'll be these guys. That's the 1033, the 519. And I suppose the bigger you get, they'll have a little more BC. But
so what, just like in like stuff I shoot, let's just say like a 6.5 Creed.
The biggest is burgers. Burgers do really well.
Okay.
You got to go burger bullets, the VLDs.
It's like my dad hunts mule deer with burger match bullets, and he drops them like sacks of potatoes.
I've hunted with match bullets for coyotes for years. Honestly, that's the size of the hole out the backside.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I don't keep the furs because they haven't been worth anything.
Right.
You know,
and there's so many of them. It doesn't, like, our neighbor does that too. He doesn't even. I mean, he does keep some furs, but I mean, most of them, it's just. I mean, there's so many though. When we were in the hunting shack in youth season in the evenings and get up in the mornings, I mean, I couldn't believe the howls that were around us. There's just got to be gobs of them.
Yeah, and I haven't even pulled out the big guns yet. We're just getting ready to do that. Maybe this weekend. We're get a little away for an hour if I can get away. I got a lot of work to do, so I don't know if I can get away, but we're going to attempt to one morning just to sight in the big guns and stuff. I coyote hunted last week with the 223, and we smoked one on the run, 500 yards.
Nice.
So
that's a hell of a shot.
53 grain VMAX.
Not offhand. Don't even tell me.
No tripod.
Okay, I was gonna be like, damn, if you got. So what kind of tripod? What tripod do you use there? The death grip, or you got some?
Yeah, I'm running. Oh, crap! Well, now I can't.
I got like the original bog pod with just the big U on there that spins around.
Yeah,
I actually use it for my crossbow and everything. It actually works pretty good, but it ain't like my buddy Doug here, the sponsor, Lauer Auto. He's got the death grip. It works awesome.
Well, I've got a bog death grip as well, but I've got some lighter ones that are sent to me by a camera company that my buddy runs here. I'm gonna grab them.
I mean, there's fiber optic ones that are like super high price. I mean, to me, super high price. I'm saying like $1,000 or more, probably.
Yeah.
And they're really like, I mean, some of them bipods. A guy at work, his buddy came in. He works at the coal mine or something. Came in with a rifle. I couldn't believe the bipod. The legs were carbon fiber, and that thing, it weighed like nothing. It was crazy.
Right.
But it was way more than I'm going to pay for a bipod.
I've got some light ones, so but they run pretty good. I'm getting them right now. I apologize. I was working late tonight and I didn't.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying, hey, if you don't got it off the top of your head, man, I mean, we're definitely gonna have you back on talking some stuff because you're a mountain of knowledge.
Photos who I'm running right now.
Yeah.
So,
Sunwave 40. I don't know what that means, James.
Sunwave photo tripods.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's the long range stuff that just guys like me are. Hey, man, 600 is all the farther I got to shoot. But you know, I mean, somebody brings a gun out, which my buddies have, and to 1,000 yards at our place. I mean, I can ding it, but I'm not that I think I'm awesome. But
and some days I can't hit it either. I won't even say I'm good because my grandfather had a saying: you can go to college or not go to college. Either way, the education's expensive.
There's a lot of truth to that. That's good. I like that. Yeah. I mean, shooting it's like anything else, man. I mean, some days you just got to put the gun away, and because I always said it before. So I get so mad, I feel like putting it in the receiver hitch and just bending the barrel in half on them. And
one of our favorite matches is out in Wyoming, and it's the Night Force match. And there's years that we were doing really good on the first day as a team. Me and a buddy usually shoot it as a team. And then the next day we were hanging in the top 20 and thinking, oh God, we got a chance. Let's shoot good today. And then we fell apart. And then, the one year we didn't do nothing at all. And it rained for 10 hours and slipping in the mud and,
So when it rains, does it knock your? Because I mean, in my mind, if it was raining and I was shooting, it would hit my bullet and knock it down more. It doesn't make a difference.
It will definitely change stuff. We rely on our kestrels a ton for that. That humidity and everything that changes.
Oh my god!
It changes your
humidity's the worst.
How many MOA you're holding.
Yeah. So to me, like, humidity is the worst to shoot in. And I mean, I'm not shooting. I'm shooting like across my room compared to you, but
right. And for me, it's relaxing. It's fun. Even if I do bad, and I always seem to do, for some reason, when the timer hits, I didn't do terrible at my first ELR match. I didn't consider myself doing terrible, but I learned a ton. Like I said, college isn't cheap. So I drove down there and paid for 3 days. I came back, but now I know what I'm doing. I know what to look for. I know what to change.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So look, Let me ask you something real quick here. What's your, like, we kind of talked a little bit in the beginning, 223. Is that your like everyday beat around rifle? Is that what you carry around? Like, what do you carry the most
223
around?
and
It's like,
224 Valkyrie, those two.
okay. So why the Valkyrie? Because I've
I
heard like people tell me bad stuff about it. I have no opinion on one way or the other. It seems awesome to me. I have never
so
shot it.
a friend of mine had a little part in the 224 Valkyrie, and his suggestion to him was not to release it yet, and they did anyway. So he figured out how to fix it, and so I don't have to worry about barrels.
So it was the chambering or something, right? The chamber wasn't right or something on them, as I recall.
They had an ammo problem, and the chamber wasn't right.
Okay.
Doug,
So Dougie says for shooting 5,000 yards, what kind of optics are you using for that?
right now I am running a Vortex Gen 2 with a Horse 3 reticle in it, custom built from Vortex for me. I called him and talked to him, got that one coming. I'm going to be switching over to Telson optics this year. So Telson is where I'm headed. The glass is clear. The people are great. And
yeah, that range of 5,000, man.
My buddy is their salesman around in the U.S. So
Dougie also asked, if you're going to do a mile, what kind of optics do you recommend for doing a mile?
A mile, a decent 5 to 25 if you're going to do a mile. That's 1760. Okay. An Arkin will take you there. I've seen a lot of people win matches with an Arkin.
I know. Yeah, I hear that a lot, actually. I mean, I'm not like into the... okay. I didn't even notice that. Okay.
I happen to have a little in with them, too. So I do a ton of Arkin stuff for average everyday Joes because they can afford it.
Yeah.
You know, some of this stuff gets so expensive for everybody, and you can shoot with there's ways to make cheaper rifles shoot well, but if you have the money, invest in good equipment. If you don't have the money and you still want to enjoy life, invest some money in a small reloading setup, and you can make your rifle shoot well.
Yeah. I mean, there's trade-offs. It would be nice if you could just buy whatever you wanted, but you know,
understood. Everybody's got a different budget.
Yeah,
I work hard for mine.
Yeah. All right, so you got anything else you want to hit on your business here real quick before we move? I hate to move on, but like I said, I don't want to
move on. Just that, you know,
we're about 40 minutes in, so
we'll Cerakote anything from UTV rims to rifles to bows, pistols, any of the above. There's other things we can do too in vehicles like domes of pistons and stuff like that. Combine.
Why would you do that? I'm curious.
It reduces the heat and keeps them cooler.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So, for example, I did a combine header for a gentleman, and I do have pictures up on my stuff. And if somebody needs them, I can show you. It completely lowers the temperature of their exhaust headers and keeps the chaff off the combines when they were.
Oh yeah, more viscosity or whatever, right?
Yep. They showed me two pictures, for one from their other combine and one from that combine, and that combine was clean on that manifold, and it stops fires in the fields then.
100% what you're talking about there. If you Cerakote an AR-15 on the inside when you clean it, you can basically reach in there and wipe the carbon out of that sucker. Instead, if you got the phosphate coating like from Vietnam era, man, you're scrubbing and it just sucks, man. Yeah, first time I ever did that, I was like, oh my god, this is unbelievable. Same with like a nickel plated bolt. I mean, you're like, there's no way I'd ever go back to, you know, I mean, if there was a zombie apocalypse and that's all I had, sure, but now even on my junker here, man, my bolt's nickel.
Yep.
Or what's the other one they do? The phosphate bath, right? I said
nitrate.
What's the original coating? I said that. Yeah, the nitrate's the one that kind of smooths it out too. But
there's phosphate and nitrate. They can do both. Yep.
Yeah, phosphate's the old school, though, right?
Correct.
That's the one where it collects everything. The
original nitrate's the newer version of that.
Yeah. I didn't know that about doing combine. Yeah, that's a damn good idea, really.
Yeah. And average combine header, you pull it off, and I charge a little bit for blasting if they don't blast them. But if they blast them and bring them to me, $250. Boom, done.
Okay, that sounds pretty reasonable to me, actually.
I try to stay reasonable because guess what? I would rather have the repeat work and do good work. So if I need to take an extra week, good work is not free, and good
Right.
work is not fast.
100%. I mean, there's truth to that. Yeah, you want to go get something cheap, and you're gonna end up buying the damn thing again or getting it redone. I mean,
So I charge a little less, and I take my time to do it right and make sure it is right and gassed out proper. And
appreciate that, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. I like to hear that. All right.
I study my metals a lot.
Yeah, that's what I said. We're gonna have you back on because I'd love to talk some metallurgy with you and stuff like. I mean, that kind of, I don't know if it fascinates you, but I'm definitely interested.
It does.
Because, yeah, I mean, like knife blades and stuff like that. I got tons of questions about what.
I have a friend here that does that as well.
Really? Oh, you do building some knives and
he works up here. He's from Alabama, but he's been building a couple of knives while he's up here. One of the guys
Awesome.
built a small stove. I guess they call it a. Well, you know better. What do they call it for heating it up?
Yeah, I was just thinking of the same. Not the blast furnace.
I say oven, but it's not. It's kiln, if you will.
Yeah, it's definitely. I know what you're saying. It's escaping me, but I feel bad that I can't think of it right now. So, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're coming up here. Next break here, we're gonna have to hit this sucker. We're gonna do the big one. Here's what's gonna happen on this one. We got some main ones here, and then I'm gonna have to break, and I'm gonna have to wing it on our newest guy because they're Clay's buddy, and he ain't got a commercial yet for him. So I'm gonna do it. Our first one's. I'm gonna read some of these comments when we get back here too. Don't worry, Chad and Doug. I'll get to them. Forge. There you go. They're both.
Yep.
Doug. Yeah. Forge. I got you, Doug. Real quick, and 18 wheels. It doesn't 6-year. He said he's got a bunch of Arkans and they're great. He loves them. I forgot. Yeah, he's a big long range.
On some of my rifles, they're not bad. I just, I try a little bit of everything. I've got a Scorpion Optics on my 6.5 Creedmoor for coyotes right now. I absolutely love. But I'm going to switch to some Telsons for my big stuff just because I've seen what they can do. My buddy went all the way up, and he's in the top 20 this year for King of 1 Mile. And then he also ended up in King of 2 Mile this year. I think he did top 20 there too. If he wasn't in top 10 and King of 1 Mile, maybe even.
I'm getting blasted with text. Forge. all right. Me and Ryan screwed up, man.
I turned mine down. So.
All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna run this 3 mains here, which I know they're on here, and then I'm gonna have to wing it on the Kalon's auto service. All right, we'll be right back. It's probably gonna take about these 3 here are gonna take 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll be back, and I'll do that one. And then when we get back, we're gonna talk about this Fiocchi Hyperformance SBR ammo. If you got a short barreled 300 black, 308, what the heck was the other one? 223. You're gonna be interested in this stuff because it caught my attention. So. What do you think about that, Ryan?
I think if you don't have a short barrel 308, you know who to talk to.
Yeah, talk to Boob Country. He's got some thunder sticks there, man. All right, we'll be right back.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton LaserCraft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton LaserCraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton LaserCraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton LaserCraft, where memories are engraved.
All right, welcome back, 701 Nation. JD here, Ryan Rafferty from Boom Country. You're not related to Tom Rafferty, the old center from the Cowboys, are you? You
Not
are?
the Cowboys.
Oh, I was going to say, damn, really?
What I have a Tom Rafferty I'm related to.
Anyways, let me get this real quick. Put this up here, Ryan. Kalon's Auto Service, one of our newest, great new sponsors. He's been top dogs here with us too. Kalon and Misty Foss own the shop down there, Lemmon, South Dakota,
Nice.
1101 6th Avenue West. Phone number 605-374-3991. They did a lot of, Clayton knows him, but they did a lot of work on his, what's he got there, 62 again, his old pickup, I think. And
Nice.
yeah, he got the old, I think he likes doing auto right here, serving you with all your auto repair needs. And they got the old, looks like a 68 Camaro or something on there, the front of it. Appreciate you guys getting on board. I will get on Clayton's rear end to get down there and get some video for you guys. And Deacons will, Deke will get us a video made up because he does a great job on those. Thanks, Deke. Appreciate you. That's where, Deacons made stuff like this here. I mean, you're not going to like this if you listen to the podcast, but here's the live stream. All right, I'll hide it. It was like a submarine music kind of thing there with me holding in fact, that was a 6.5 Grundle out of there. Shot real good. I just couldn't take it. The wind blew. The wind drift was too much. Even at 2400, it made me damn near want to cry. So,
yeah. So, as we were talking about that Fiocchi ammo.
Yeah, let's get to this Fiocchi ammo. Right on, brother. So, Fiocchi, that's how you say it too, right? Fiocchi. That's how I always say it.
Yeah, I always say it Fiocchi. And I know it's probably Fiocchi, but because it's Italian.
Or Fiocchi, right? I should just go on their website and see how they say it. But
amazing speeds for what they're talking. I mean, for a 300 blackout, they're pushing 1,000 feet per second subsonic.
Yeah, with a huge bullet. So what Ryan's talking about here, Fiocchi released. Actually, it was released a while back. I didn't even know. I just recently ran across. I haven't even heard of this stuff until short-barreled rifle ammunition called Hyperformance SBR Enhanced line. Fiocchi Hyperformance SBR Enhanced Ammunition Series for 2025, designed to revolutionize performance for owners of short-barreled rifles, SBRs, patrol carbines. I mean, it's going that fast out of 11-inch, out of a 16, just got to really be smoking, and pistol-length carbines. The launch underscores Fiocchi's commitment to addressing the rising demand for specialized ammo tailored for, smaller SBRs like they're talking about, or anything short, which that's my main drawback to me on why I'm kind of bang on short guns. I can't stand how slow it is and the lack of, you lose your energy when you dump it into your target or whatever you want to do here. But they got this powder. I don't know what powder they're using. They say it gets 100% burn rate, ensures higher velocities, which obviously it will.
That's
And we'll talk about them here shortly. Reduced muzzle flash, of course, right? You burn all the powder out. So we ain't going to get that big thunderball at the end. We don't have a cannon or a flashlight or something. Diminished report. So, yeah, it's going to be quieter even without a can if you're burning all the powder up. Yeah, and it designed this thing for efficiency in barrels from 11.5 to 7, which is what they're talking about, right, for these velocities. I mean, that's the way I read it, right? The velocities in that article I sent you from their website is 11.5 inches what they're getting these velocities out of, right? Ryan, is that what you're reading?
Yep, that's what I read as well. So the reason why I'm so interested in this, I showed you a 12-inch 308 barrel before we started. That is from Heller Arms and Tactical Ordnance out in Oregon. And that's my main barrels I use with my stuff if I do anything. And they are a hybrid EV5 rifling. I don't even order their basic stuff anymore because it doesn't pay. It in a shorter barrel. So, for example, in a 6.5 Creedmoor, say you're supposed to get 2,700 out of a 24-inch barrel.
Yep.
We're pulling that out of a 22 or a 20.
Awesome.
So that EV rifling that they do,
like 147s or something.
Hybrid rifling, 140s.
Okay,
just for example.
Okay.
EV rifling gives you longer round count and more speed per shorter barrel. So that's why I use that company.
I wonder if these guys don't do that here. I mean, maybe their test barrel isn't that right?
I have no idea what they're running for a test barrel, but I can guarantee you that it does greater accuracy as well.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I don't know if you saw that video. I tested the, God dang, what is it now? I knew I was going to forget. I should have wrote it down. It did give 200 feet per second more velocity, but the accuracy sucked for me, which and I seen guys shoot on other YouTube channels like, oh, this stuff's hauling ass. And I'm like, yeah, shoot some groups like I did. Let me see something, man.
Now, it all comes down to twist rate as well again. If I get a barrel from Heller that isn't the correct twist rate for what you're looking to run, of course, it's not going to shoot the ammo well.
Yeah, well, I was shooting like 55 grainers, and every other 55 grainer I shot, dimes with it. So, and I shot it out of an AR and a bolt gun that I knew shot. I was disappointed in the accuracy, but the velocity, I was like, yeah, you don't need to get different guns in the military. Just shoot this, because they're like 2 MOA at 100. And I'm like, yeah, you can do that. And then it's going this, and they were FMJs too, right? They make hollow points and ballistic tips, which I wanted to test. But so we're talking about, let's just go with 11.5-inch barrel here. What they're talking about, 77 grain Sierra Match Kings, 2750, right?
Yep.
Out of a 16-inch barrel, they're getting 2680 something average, right? And an 18, a little more than that.
Isn't that crazy?
And yeah, that's out of 11. So I mean, if you shoot that out of your 16, I wonder if it's faster out, because they said carbine. So I mean, you're probably going to get even more than that. That is insane. Out of 11.5-inch barrel, that's a ton.
I'm thinking I'm going to order some and find out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Play.
If man, I couldn't find this stuff in stock anywhere. If you do. And I'll give you a little price deal on some stuff. I mean, not me, but I'll tell you what I've seen for prices. Like a 300 blackout you were talking about. See, I don't know. I know energy and stuff, but the 300 black, they're saying this 125 grain SST, 2225, which I mean, to me that sounds fast for a blackout.
Out of a 7.5.
Yeah,
is that what they're saying, or is it out of the?
I don't know what barrel length I'm assuming that is right. Or 11.5. Do they make 300 black? Even an 11.5, that's fast for that, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean,
that's 16-inch barrel stuff for that, ain't it? Regular. Yeah. So a 308. This is the most impressive, though. I might have to get another 308. I mean, you could easily hunt with this stuff if it was 308, 125 grain SST, 11.5-inch barrel, 3250. That is flat out freaking amazing to me, Ryan.
That unreal.
That I mean, out of a 24-inch barrel, you're getting 3,100 with that.
Yep.
I reloaded mine, which I thought I reloaded them a little hot. Out of a 20-inch barrel, I was getting 3,000, right? 3,050 or something. But yeah, this is out of that. I mean, if it does that and it shoots good, man, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get a short one and put a can on. That'll be a hunt. I mean, that's an everyday rifle you can hunt with. You can shoot long range. So what's the BC you think on a 120 SST 365 or 360?
Yeah, it's gonna be around that. Yep.
Yeah, that is so. And like, oh, what does that cost though? Well, according to Midway, which I am not affiliated with us at all, I wish Uncle Larry was, but 20 rounds, you go to 308, $33. You go 200 rounds, you're looking 329. And that's Sierra, that's 7223, $21 for 20, so a little over $1. I mean, fairly reasonable if it's going that fast.
Yeah.
I mean, for that, you can kill a deer easily at 200 yards with that sucker. And 200 rounds, $208. So the subsonic, the 220 grain, the 300 black, that shit's kind of spendy to me. 20 rounds, $37. When you go to the 125 SSTs that are not
a lot of the subsonics are not cheap.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know. I think it takes a little more time because they got to make sure they're not overloading the powder.
All right, makes sense. Yeah,
well,
I mean,
I can't say that for sure, but they got to be more careful. So I think it takes more.
I mean, in my mind, I'm like the machine's loading it.
They're making it. Fiocchi's making it with the custom equipment, so that shouldn't be an issue. But it always seems like anything subsonic is more money.
Yeah, I mean,
they can sell it, you know.
So I was gonna say, in my mind, it's just because it's super hot now and everybody likes the subs. I don't like subs because they're slow. Me and Dougie both like shooting into ballistics gel. I'm like, this sucks.
I hang around with speed freaks, so I'm sorry. I do not get along.
We won't get into it now, but I've sold plenty of guns, and I'm not in your round that weren't fast enough. I couldn't get them to go fast enough.
Let's just say our 40 grain 223s right now, our 40 grain VMAXs are running 4,000.
Oh shit, that's money, right? I mean, accurate too.
Yeah, it's stupid accurate.
I mean, that's freaking deadly. That is a freaking coyote slaying
shot
machine
right there. Prairie dog south of Bismarck about a month and a half ago. 500 yards with one.
Damn. So what are you thinking? Let's say you had a 10-mile-an-hour full value wind with 300 yards.
With a 40 grain VMAX?
Yeah. How far is that going to blow you at 300?
Oh boy.
Just in your guess. I'm not saying give me right on the money.
Probably 4 or 5 MOA, if not more.
I mean, give me that in inches. I don't.
MOA is pretty close to inches.
That's it. That's freaking awesome.
It's probably going to go a little more than that. It might be 6 to 8. I'd have to look it up.
I mean, that ain't much.
And honestly, Eric,
you're killing a coyote easy with that, then.
Yeah, Eric. My favorite coyote round is one that'll kill a coyote. Whatever I have available that day, I kind of go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, because Grendel was probably my favorite up until I got my Creedmoor. And now that I've been playing with this stupid Creedmoor, I'm like, oh, crap, I'm kind of falling in love with it. The 95 grain VMAXs. And just want to have that punch to 800, 900 yards without question. And I'd pull a 1,200-yard shot with that. Probably my ultimate prior to that was a 985-yard shot with a 243 105.
Yeah, a lot of guys hunt the 243 and 6. I mean, my 6 arc. I mean, I don't know. Is that fast enough for you?
6 arc is. I just have never played with one. I ended up selling both barrels before I got to play with one.
So you're talking about that third 95 grain SST.
I'm running a 95 grain VMAX out of
VMAX. Yeah, I said SST. My bad. So I shot that. Dougie's friend, I know him too, Jake. He said it shot like shit out of his AR. He gave it to me. And the XPR Winchester, I told you my buddy's kid shot the 22-inch barrel. That thing was going like 3350 average out of there, and it shot less than an inch. I was shocked.
I was shooting off of a tripod with my boot still on, and I was pretty shaky when I was testing it last. I was just needing to get out of the house, and I drove down and I set my tripod up. I sat on the back of my vehicle with my vehicle running because it was pretty cold out yet, and I shot 3/4 MOA or less. I probably was down by half out of my barrel, but I run a 1-in-8 twist from Heller with that hybrid EV5 rifling. I've got an 18-inch 6.5 Creedmoor.
And what was the velocity again on that, you said?
That I'm running factory ammo right now out of that. I haven't even loaded for it, so I'm right at whatever 95.
So I told you my 22 was going 33. I bet you're over 3,000 easy.
I bet it's 3,200.
32.
I bet you. I got to look in.
Honestly, that's a deer round. That's a deer killer, man.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
You put her in behind the shoulder, and you don't even. What if you hit a rib? I guarantee you hit a rib with that. It's blowing through that and coming out the other side.
So I could hit a rib with the Grendel, and I was shooting 95 grain VMAXs and 123 ELDMs when I was shooting my Grendel a lot for coyotes, and both of them would lay them out flat.
Yeah, So Eric says 6mm Creed is my long distance round for sure.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Lynette said that music sounded like Sharknado when I was playing that one.
We don't need none of that. Fat kids don't swim with the sharks.
Josh says I shoot Fiocchi loaded with 40 grain VMAX and 223. They're right around 4K, and my groups are 3/4 100. I mean,
yep.
That's
Josh,
awesome,
that's
man.
Correct. That's what Keith's rounds are that I shoot with, and I've been stealing some of his to play with. So we wanted to know what it would do. I ended up with one that just a kind of a stupid gun, and I don't know if you'll never be able to see it there, but it's the one right back here. We're not touching it.
Yeah, where the can is. Yeah, you get.
That's a Savage Ultralight that I ended up with from.
Oh, those are. I like those.
It's got a Proof Research carbon fiber barrel on it, and I thought,
yes.
Well, it was offered to me at a really good deal, and I was like, well, I'd never buy that for myself normally, so let's go ahead and get it. And man, I've loved that thing. It takes AICS magazines.
Yep, 10. You get 10 rounds, and it's not enough. I mean, 10 rounds is still.
It's been my prairie dog gun all summer, and honestly, I'm like, God, how many rounds do I got to put through this before I think it'll shoot out so I can order one from my sponsor and throw it on there?
Yeah. That's awesome. Those are. I mean, the machining's so good. I mean, factory guns. If you're not into shooting super long range like you, I mean, most people they'll shoot. Most
factory guns will do you fine.
Yeah, I mean, even. Man, yeah, I don't want to get into that, but yeah, it's another story another time. But yeah, those shoot awesome. So, all right, tell you what, we're an hour in. Let's move our way over to Minnesota here for a sachet. Governor Walz,
the interesting fella.
Yeah, fella. Use that term lightly. They're stuck. He wants to ban, and I got a whole. He's specifically mentioning in this that he's assault rifles, right?
I don't know what those are.
I don't either, but I will tell you a little bit of what Walz wants to do. So the House in Minnesota, it's even. They can't pass because the Republicans and the Democrats own the Senate. So they're stuck in the mud here on this assault weapons ban that Walz and the Democrats want. So he's floating the idea here of a constitutional amendment in the state.
Trying to play with.
Yeah. But here's the problem he's going to run into with that. The Senate can make the constitutional, because if you get a constitutional amendment there, they have to run it through the House and the Senate, and the people vote on it, and then I think a simple majority will pass it. But the Republicans in the House said, not happening, Timmy. Not happening. And I mean, and they even got some squishy Republicans in there, like all, states do. But even they're like, no, don't even. So they're still they're talking like next Monday, they're going to have a big powwow of his gun control, whatever, man. Because
everybody to each their own, but at the same time, they have this problem because there's regulations over there. As many as they have already.
And they're doing it because of the church shooting, and then remember the state.
And the all of that's bad, and I do not condone any of that stuff.
Absolutely not.
It doesn't matter what side anybody's on. It should not happen. Mental illness is mental illness.
And so what gets me about it is, they want an assault weapons or rifle ban. I'll tell you what else they want here shortly, but the guy used a pistol to kill the woman and the man, right? And in the church shooting, yeah, he used an AR, but he also used a shotgun and a pistol. And I don't know what rounds hit anybody. It doesn't matter. But like it wasn't just the rifle's fault, right? But that's what they want to ban. So, okay, if that wasn't the case, you're just fine with a pistol killing people then, right? Right? No, you're not. You're not, because that's not going to be the end of this. Right. So yeah, Walz is going to have this thing, and he used to be, fairly normal. He actually had an NRA endorsement years ago, and I don't know what happened to him. Something got into his brain, and he went and he lost his endorsement. He went nuts over it. So, but I don't want to stick on that too long. That's not, they're going to have their meeting, but it's not going to happen.
I hope it doesn't, because I have a lot of good friends in Minnesota that are gun loving.
Yeah.
And
man, you get out of Minneapolis and St. Paul and a couple other, it's like North Dakota to me when I'm there. My aunt and uncle live there, and I'm like, this is great here. And they're like, yeah, not in Minneapolis. It's not. Yeah. That's unfortunate. But we'll see what happens. They're going to have their meeting. It's not going to amount to anything. And like I said, the Senate's got to bring up this constitutional thing. And the leader of the Republicans in the House already said, don't even waste your time. You don't have the votes here. So, all right, let's get to a few more of these comments here. Whoops. No balls. Walz needs a toaster for his bathtub. Justin Lazinski. Leon says, my truck 300 blackout is Bear Creek 15 right side charging pistol 7.5 Parkerized heavy barrel 1 and 8 twist, which I've seen, Leon. Some of this ammo here, you can step yourself up to the 223 God's cartridge hammer and with this kind of ammo.
Yeah, without even having a 223.
Yeah, right. And he says standard multi-cal lower. Doug Wolf, why didn't Timmy's other gun laws work? Yeah, they already got them, but California, Chicago. So let me real quick. I'll say what else they want here. Okay, assault weapons ban. Walz is just saying rifle. Right, which will end up being more than, it'll be pretty much any semi-automatic that takes a detachable mag.
You can see Canada just did the same thing. They started out with one thing, and then it became everything all the way already.
Never fails. That goes with free speech and infringement on property rights or anything like that. Once they get their toenail. Anyway, high capacity magazine bans. Right, I said many times on this show. There's been so many shootings. Virginia Tech. The shootings in Florida in the high school with David Hogwash, 10-round magazines. That doesn't matter, because in New York tried to go with their 7-rounders. Ban binary triggers, right? So we know the guy in Fargo did that. Momo Barakat, right? He did that. Oh, you can't get anybody with an AR and a binary trigger. Yeah, the police officer took him down with his freaking handgun. So nice shooting, by the way, officer. Implement safe storage rules, right? So you lock your gun up. Somebody gets in your house. Please, Mr. Burglar, who's 12-time felon who's got a knife who can stab you in the neck like the poor gal on the train or anybody else. Let me get my gun. No, right? I'm supposed to wrestle.
Through that in Canada too. The guy lined up the kids and made the girls watch while he took down.
Yeah, that's right. Just sadistic shit, man. Like I'm supposed to wrestle around with somebody. Oh, he's unarmed. How do I know I'm gonna wrestle around? He pulls a knife out and sticks it in my freaking liver, and then I die because I didn't want to use my gun. No, that's bullshit. Ban untraceable ghost guns. I mean, that doesn't do anything either, right? If you're going to be that is out on the internet already. You're going to be able to print ghost guns forever, no matter what.
Right. Once it's out there, it's out there.
And Minnesota already has red flag laws, but they want to strengthen them. So how are you going to strengthen that now, right?
They just won't give you an opportunity to come in and fight it if somebody says something against you. It'll just be an automatic done.
Oh God! So part of
it only takes one wrong neighbor that doesn't like that your dog shit in their yard.
100%. I mean, 100 and less than that even. And one more thing I did hear on Cam and Company, the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus there. If it would pass this assault rifle ban Walz wants, you can keep your gun, Ryan. But once a year, the sheriff gets to come in and inspect your house and make sure you got what he thinks is acceptable and you're safe and it's stored safely. Well, that's some communist shit right there to me.
At this point, ATF gets to walk through my house whenever they want anyway. So.
Right. Because if you got cans and you got an FFL, right. I'm just saying for the average person who wants an AR, I mean.
Yeah.
Well, that might be changing shortly, but what you're talking, we'll see. Not shortly, but it might. Anyways. Let's get a few more. Leon, urban centers are a cancer. I agree on a general society they are. How about, no, he's got so many O's I can't count that high. I was sucked at math. He says, I want overwhelming force. I want an unfair fight. Yeah, exactly. If you're in what was the old saying? If you're in a fair fight, you're unprepared.
Right.
100%.
18 Wheels has got a good point there.
What's he got here? You notice that they make all these shootings lately with bolt actions. They are trying to change the narrative. Absolutely. It's a sniper rifle, right? And I said this.
It was the thing that we went to before. It starts with one and ends up with all.
Yeah, look at, and listen, if it's got a detachable magazine, which these guys even use blind magazines, right? The guy in Texas and the loser in Utah, they were blind. What's a blind magazine? We just feed it through the top. You can't. I don't know if they had the dropout, but you're not going to load it through the bottom. But that's what they want. And the next thing, a detachable magazine, you can reload it too quick. Okay, we'll just go with these blind magazines. I guess we'll settle for that. That's a sniper rifle. No, you can't have nothing but a black powder that shoots over. I think a lot of people know that by now, but you got to keep repeating that to people who are new to the scene, right? I mean, most of our listeners and viewers are not, but I mean, my daughters get that already, and they're 16 and 13. So, you know, I pound it in their heads, not every day, but I have. Yeah, you have to, because it's just common sense, man. You got to tell them the realities of the world. So, anyway, let's do Ryan. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do the big eggplant here, and then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna do the happy ending, and then we're gonna seal this baby up and put it in the can, and I'll let you go, and I'll do what I gotta do here. So let me switch this baby back over here to. I got to get all these ads, and we got to get them straightened out, so I can just hit one button, and then we'll get. All right, here we go. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Here comes the big eggplant, the big hammer, Lauer Auto Repair, Bismarck. Axe Hondo, the man. I'm going antelope hunting with him Friday.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. LAUER Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at LAUER Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701, and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's LAUER Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
I know that's not going to be entertaining for the podcast, but it's fun to watch on the live stream. Hey, Ryan, if it means anything to you, you came on, man. We picked up like 4 subs on X. So,
well, that's awesome.
Appreciate it. And the comments aren't coming through on here. That's Leon texting me all there, but man, that's the thing with X. They don't have a deal with Restream. They won't let them. I don't know if they're ever going to work it out. It sucks.
Gotcha.
I hate that. You know, same with Rumble. Rumble comments don't come through here. I appreciate everybody listening.
Josh, I believe he said end of the month. I apologize for cutting you off there, JD.
Nope, go ahead. What were you reading?
I believe he said it was in the end of October, the last weekend of October for that Steel Challenge.
All right, Steel Challenge. Let's hit it real quick since you brought it up. The second annual Deer Rifle Steel Challenge, October 25th, tentatively 10:30. Axel Hondo's range. That's Saturday. We will not be rescheduling unless it rains or snows or some shit, which I hope not. So if you can make it, you can make it. We're going to start out at 300, go to 400. I hope if you bring your deer rifle, I mean, if you want to bring some fancy long range rig and give yourself Doug's comment just came through on freaking X. What the hell?
If I come, I'll bring my 6.5 AR.
Perfect. Hey, ARs hunt all the time, man. I've killed deer with ARs.
I won't bring the chassis rifle for you.
You know what I mean when you watch Eric Cortina do the long range ethical, and he's like, "That's your hunting rifle, huh?" To be fair, most of them guys are like, "Nah, not really. I just run." He's like,
Eric's super nice though, man. I've met him at SHOT Show several times, and
he's awesome.
He's invited me down. I just never went because I was laid up.
I mean, if he ever sees us, which I doubt he will, I ripped off the deer rifle steel challenge from him. So, hey, you go MOA at 500. He goes a 5. We go a 10-inch for the whole thing. So
right.
So yeah, Josh says I didn't know you said anything about it. Yeah, you got on late, Josh. When Ryan and I first got on, I mentioned that. So, all right, Ryan, let's hit the. I hope you can make that, Josh. You and I'm gonna just call him Horace. This kid's a big football playing derby car driving.
I'm a fat kid.
I hope you can make it too. Fat kids, skinny kids.
I'm gonna do my best.
That'd be fun, man. I love it. So hopefully Dave can make this one too. We were gonna do the prairie dog one, and me and Axe talked today, and we're just like, man, people, it's just not gonna happen. So we're gonna plan on doing this one, and then sometime once the snow flies or don't fly in the winter and everything's settled down after deer season and Christmas.
Well, everybody's so busy.
Yeah, we're gonna do the
Kyle. So many shoots throughout the summer locally that Bismarck, Williston. If you want to shoot PRS or, even 22 is getting hot right now.
Yeah.
PRS 22.
Which is fun.
On one of them guns.
Yeah. 22s are freaking bad, especially the ones they make. Anyway, like I said, topic for another show. We'll
have to get together again.
All right. Happy ending chronicle right here. Down Texas, taking us down to H-Town. That's Houston. Texas homeowner noticed 2 alleged scumbags breaking into his vehicle Saturday around 12:30 a.m. So after he went outside, opened fire, wounded one of the suspects. Unfortunately, I'm adding this part, he didn't get both of them, but KHOU noted the incident occurred in northeast Houston on Woodland Road. Fox 26 reported the homeowner told police he walked out and shot at 2 suspects trying to break into his car. See, we can't do that here, which I think we should. In Texas, you can. Click 2 Houston pointed out that one of the 2 suspects were pieces of shit. Whoop, that's comments, just for Ryan. That's comments expressed on this article or just by the host, not the guest. Was hit and taken to the hospital. The second, he ended up being in a stable condition. The second turd was apprehended, and both will be charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. Houston Police Department's Lieutenant Com noted that the district attorney declined charges against the homeowner, noting that he was protecting his property. Man, you get a district attorney in a big town like Houston just saying, now he's protecting his property. That's freaking awesome. You won't get that in Fargo if somebody does that, man.
So I was watching the other day, and I saw a little YouTube video, and the police were telling the truckers that if you park here in Texas, you need to be armed, and if you see anybody near your vehicle, shoot them.
Yeah. I think that's a common sense.
Because they're stealing loads while the guys are sleeping.
Yes, it's freaking property. And if you do that, you're not going to stop all of it, but I guarantee you'll make that shit down to a trickle. What's the old saying? Shoot one and the rest of one.
Yeah, fix stupid.
Right. I'm going to hit a few. Leon says, if Brian brings sausage, I'll lie to the way. Yeah. Brian makes them awesome. If you ever seen that, we have Brian on doing the sausage specials. Him and I did a couple of them. Yeah, if you're just listening, it ain't the other kind of sausage. The kind of sausage you make and you put in your smoker. And shoot them. Hey, Kevin, what's up, buddy? Kevin 1760. He's on X. Leon's comments are coming through. All these other guys are coming through on X. I don't know what the heck's going on. Love it. Brian said, if I can make it, Leon, I'll make damn sure to bring sausage. Hey, Brian, there is no can. Either do or do not, like Yoda said, man. So do that. Bring Mama Jones too. She damn near got me on that last one, but I was a little more stable. I didn't have my 5-hour energy yet, so. All right, let me
Red Bull guy. So
yeah, I love Red Bull. I didn't want to get bloated though. Anyways, let me hit a few things. Friday here, Clay's going to be back on Mitchell in the morning. Todd Mitchell, 5:50 a.m., 99.7 FM, iHeart Radio. Do everybody a favor, listen on iHeart. Todd can see how many people are listening in real time. I know I always say this, but Todd says we do freaking great on his program too, so I love that. It was on Todd last Friday. And that Friday night, the same day, Friday night, 6 p.m., Blackbeard Logic, our man Leon Francis here, Blackbeard Logic. Great show. Leon's on there. He gives you a lot of good logic, real good logic. Next Wednesday, October 8th, Clay will be back with Guns in the 701, episode 162. I think Blackbeard's going on 4, actually. Mitchell in the morning, shit, I don't even know what number that is. We don't keep count. There's so many. We've been with Todd damn near 3 years. And again, second annual Deer Rifle Steel Challenge, October 25th, 10:30 a.m. Get it ready, boys. And check out that video of my nephew. I got his deer hunt. I compressed it down to about 6.5 minutes. My buddy Johnny, with his boy, he got his doe. I'm going to get that done the next couple of days. Don't forget, go back Saturday too. I was on with Scott Bachmeyer there. Go to Scott's YouTube channel, Dakota Prairie Outdoors. You can learn about an hour and 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Good show. Because you were on, right? We talked about a lot of interesting stuff. I was right from the hunting shack too, man. It was live. Right when he called me, my buddy's son popped the deer. It was great. 6.5 Bleedmore did the job yet again. 129 Winchester.
Yeah, a lot of haters out there, but
I don't get it.
They do all right. And I watched a pro competitor the other day for PRS, and he's like, "Why change from the 6.5?" And he wrote a whole article on it, and I didn't get to read it yet. But
so, Ryan, you agree with me on this or not? I'm fine real quick. I think the 6.5 is, you can make that thing shoot great groups so easy out of about any rifle with factory. I mean, almost any piece of junk 6.5
they make enough factory ammo that if you use the right bullet when you're hunting for what you want to do and for the twist rate of your barrel that you picked up, then you will be just fine. And you can usually find every manufacturer out there what their twist rate is. And if you can't find it, shoot me a message. I'll find it for you.
Yeah. I'm
a huge bullet for you. I'm not shy.
The 6.5 pulled me away from the 308, but after we talked about that ammo, the 308 might freaking black hole me back with that 11.5-inch barrel.
Well, they're starting to show up with more 30 caliber bullets in lighter weights than they used to, and
they have to. They got to
come on a 308 as well.
30 cals are awesome, man. 30 cals like America's cartridge, really, right? The America's caliber, I think. I mean, won how many freaking wars with that sucker, and it's still. I know a Creedmoor kicks ass, but a 30 cal is noticeable, in my opinion, depending on velocity, noticeable difference on the deer. But, anyways, X was loading slow for me. Doug says for a while, maybe that's it. Don't bring Mama Jolie on to show us all up again. Yeah, she's got.
She did well on the last challenge.
Ruger American there. I mean, tough to beat that rifle for the cost of Gen 1. Josh says Scott has a good show on Saturday mornings. Leon says 1 and 7 or 1 and 8. I think he's talking about that Creed.
Creed, I'm a 1 and 8 guy for a 6.5. For a 22 Creed, I'm a 1 and 7 guy because I want to run the heavy 75s, 80s, 90s.
Agreed.
And 25 cal, we won't even get into that till the next show because we could just keep going all night.
Oh, for sure. Hey, and we will. It's a long winter, man. We might do like some Saturday night, Second Amendment Saturday night.
The room right next door there has 2 Dillons, a Hornady AP, a Forester single stage coax, as well as about 3 other machines in there that are just.
Yeah. I got my single stage. Man, I'm having a blank. The red stuff, the cheap stuff.
The Hornady or the Lee?
Lee. Got the Lee.
I got the Lee over there too. Don't you worry.
I got the Hornady.
Nobody out.
Yeah. I got the green RCBS, and I got the Hornady reload station there. With the original with the machine, trims automatically and all that.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, great show, JD. Glad you brought it back. So, Josh, thanks, Josh. And I had a great time. This fun.
Yeah.
18 wheels. So they prefer technology has brought the 308. It has. The 308 is coming back because it is. I do a reload, Leon. 223 and 6.5 Creed. I mean, I've loaded Grendel. 22. I've loaded a bunch of shit.
I think I'm at 48 calibers.
Yeah, powder technology has brought back the 308. Is what
I don't even know if I'm quite that high. That's probably a stupid number, but I'm somewhere between 25 and 38. I
got a couple. Basically, what I mostly load for now is 223, like for a pet load for a couple of my guns that I work with that Nosler bullet. They work so damn good, and I love that. So
Noslers for hunting are great.
Yeah, it's exactly what. Yeah, I love that. So, all right, real quick, I'll head on, and then we'll put an end to her here, guys and gals. Again, October 15th, I'll be back. Episode 33, 701 Nation. I'm having on Ariel Dietrich from Shadow ID. Does female firearms training out in Watford City. I'm friends with her husband. I have been for years, and her brother-in-law. So
well, and they got a new range up there, so that's great.
So
great.
And she's doing great, man. She's got some cool swag for her new company there. Former police officer, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if she was in the military. I know her husband, John, was. He was over putting foot to ass for America in the desert. And after that, episode 34, October 29th, my buddy Scott Bachmeyer's coming on. We're going to be that's a preseason. That's a week and a half away from deer opener. It's going to be just straight freaking deer hunting, baby. Deer rifles, deer calibers, deer meat, deer knives. It's going to be all freaking deer. So if you're going to get, some people might get insulted by what I actually got, you know what I'm going to do, Ryan? Now I thought of it. I got a book right up on my shelf over here, a magazine from my dad from like 1980. And they got like the top 5 Midwestern mule deer cartridges. I think that'd be great.
Remington was the last mule deer I shot with one.
I'm going to compare. I'll open it up from then. From 1980 to 2025, we'll see what's changed from then. I know the 270s in there, and I definitely agree with that one yet. So one text, let me get this one text in here real quick. I got from our man Luke Sabat here. Luke says 6'5" Creed is becoming a 30-06 of this era. Yeah, it is. So it's because it's so versatile. It is. I mean, it is. I said earlier in the show, I was surprised it shot that 95 grainer that good. Deer knives, Leon. Let's effing go. Absolutely, let's go. I'd love it. I mean. And Ryan said his buddies are making knives out there too, right?
Yeah, well, he just plays a little bit. He isn't doing nothing serious, so
that's fine. Hey, those are the kind of guys you want. They make some cool shit.
Yeah, he just did. I'll send you a couple pictures of the ones he just did.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so we went a little longer than I thought, but we were having a good conversation, having fun here. Hey, Ryan, appreciate you coming on. Look them up give us everybody your socials again for Boom Country Hydrographix.
I'm Boom Country on YouTube. I'm Boom Country Hydrographix on Instagram, Facebook. It's all the same.
Yep.
Or my standard name, and you'll find them all through that too. Everything's posted everywhere. So.
Yep. And
I ain't shying. I ain't hiding.
It's a lot of work, man, and you're doing what you're doing. Yeah, you're doing a job, and you're doing business, and then to keep up on the socials, man, that's a freaking lot of work. I can vouch for that, and I'm not doing as much as you are. So, and if you're just checking it out, there it is. Every other Wednesday, I'll be on. Check it out on YouTube. Go on YouTube. That's the only personal channel I got on there for 701 Nation. It's at 701 Nation JD. Appreciate you going on there and sharing it, and at least subscribe. I would love that. I'd love that. We'll get that going. So until next time, Ryan,
we're going to video some coyote hunts coming up, so that'll be interesting.
Awesome. And this Friday, I'm going out with Axe. Hopefully I can get it. We get an antelope and I can get it on video. That'd be freaking awesome. He's going to shoot the 257 Weatherby. Been shooting dimes with that baby, and it's fast AF. So should be. Brian Waters, is a good show, guys. Thanks, Brian. Love you, my fellow MBE. Leon says from the rooter to the tutor, let's go hunting. I love that. A little Eddie Murphy show. Me and Leon are big Eddie Murphy fans, so I love that. So, all right, man.
With that. I love Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. All right. So, Ryan, Boom
Have
Country.
A great night.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming on. Had a great show.
Everybody.
Appreciate your knowledge. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Until then, baby, defend the second.